Hello, 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 hello. How's everybody doing today? My name is Ricardo Cordu. I pray that you're having a wonderful and marvelous day today. If somebody didn't tell you that they love you, I want to be the first one to let you know that I love you. And so I just want to thank you for joining me on today, whether it's morning, afternoon, or evening. I thank you for joining me. This is the recap. And so if you've been following me, you know that I have started a weekly topic where I talk about something about entrepreneurship. And what's really important is that when self-development meets entrepreneurship, because I remember, either whether I'm going through school, I've learned about entrepreneurship through going to school and going to school for marketing and going for international business, those different things. And so I learned structure from my university time. I learned about with YouTube. I call it YouTube University, spending time learning more about business, learning about self-development, learning about all these different things. And I realized that you need that too for business, right? And also, hiring coaches and mentors and things like that, and listening to their goals and their dreams and how they became successful in their business or in their career. What I realized that it takes all of that and more to come together. And so why not introduce information that's going to help spark you to your destiny? Why not introduce information that's going to give you structure, but also inspire you to find that why, to set goals, to be unlimited in your life? And so I have created these weekly topics, and what you'll be seeing if you follow me, go ahead and like and share and follow on Facebook or Instagram or YouTube, Twitter, wherever you see me at. I'm going to be on there, and I'm going to be showing information every week about some type of topic. And each week, we're going to build upon what we talked about previously. And what I'll do at the end of the week, I'm going to do a recap, right? And so I just want to thank you for joining me on today, and let's get started. And so thank you for joining me today. This week, we're diving into a crucial topic for entrepreneurship, the importance of self-development. It's very important, y'all. What is self-development, you ask? Self-development is the continuous process of improving oneself in terms of skills, knowledge, and personal qualities. For entrepreneurs, this growth is essential for both personal and professional success. So I want you to really think about that. So I read that definition, and I want you to think about how important it is for you as an entrepreneur, as a leader of your organization, a leader of your business. How important is it for you to be 100%? Not all the time, but at the same point, you want to make sure that what you're instilling into the people that you're hiring, what you are putting out in the community when it comes to your avatars, when it comes to your customers, it's going to take you having a good spirit about yourself, a good identity, a spirit of confidence, of grace and power, authority, all these great things that happen when you are right yourself, right? When it comes full circle, right? It's important for you. And so Monday, we introduced self-development. And what we talked about is Benjamin Franklin's quote. And what it says is, on Monday, we kicked off the week with the introduction of the theme. We emphasize the role of self-development in entrepreneurship and encourage everyone to reflect on Benjamin Franklin's quote: "An investment in knowledge pays the best interest." This sets the tone for our journey of personal growth and learning. So I want you to think about that. How Benjamin Franklin said that an investment in knowledge pays the best interest. And I'm a testimony of what spending time and reflecting and spending time and just reading and educating myself, what that built me up to, right? I could think of people who are in my life who are leaders in the community. They started somewhere with reading. They started somewhere with prayer. They started somewhere where they had to gain some information, some knowledge about the industry that they were going into. It's better to be prepared, right, than to be prepared for opportunity than not to be prepared for opportunity, right? I hear that all the time, but it's so true. I'd rather spend time studying my accounting. I'd rather spend time looking at balance sheets and income statements, on a regular basis. So when I do meet with somebody as a consultant, I sit down with them, even though people's information may be different, the numbers may be different, but the foundation, right? The foundation is still the foundation of accounting, right? And so there's some things that I didn't enjoy. I didn't like looking at numbers, but now I make myself certain things. I just make myself do. I make myself understand. You know, meeting with small business owners and seeing them not have an understanding about their numbers in their business is a struggle. You know, not only is another thing is also marketing is another struggle. Some people don't know how to really market to their clientele, their customers, and so that's another pain point. But when you spend time learning these things over time, now eventually you'll be able to pay somebody. But it's nothing like you learning to understand it, right? Just at least so you can understand, so you can know what it's about, what it should be, what it should look like, right? You need to know what is going on in your business at all times, right? And so what leads us to Tuesday, when we call practical self-development tip for Tuesday. And we talked about Tuesday was all about practical tips for self-development. We shared 3 actionable steps, right, that you could put into your day-to-day life when it comes to your business. Setting daily goals, reading regularly, and seeking feedback. So I want you to think about those things when it comes to step 1, setting daily goals, right? There's a goal probably in your business like, hey, we need to bring in this much revenue daily to be profitable, right? You should know those numbers, or weekly, or monthly. I know everybody's business style is a little bit different, but you need to know the kind of revenue that you need to bring in, right, for things to be successful in your business, for you to keep the lights on, for you to want to expand and hire people. You need to know what kind of revenue it's going to take for you to get there. So setting those daily goals and revenue, weekly goals, monthly goals, yearly goals, when it comes to your revenue, it's very important. It's very vital. Okay, reading regularly. What kind of books are you reading? Are you reading topics about your industry? Are you spending time or investing time in the industry that you're participating in? If you're in the restaurant business, you need to know about restaurant business. You need to know about the latest software. You need to know about different types of systems and best practices. Those things are very important when it comes to your skill set in your business. You need to know about your business. And seeking feedback, doing surveys, finding a coach, somebody who has built their business bigger than yours, investing in a coach. That is something that's necessary for you to go to the next level in your business. How are you going to know how to hire people in your business correctly if you don't go and reach out to somebody who actually knows how to do it, right? It's okay to read a book, right? It's okay. But at some point, there's some things that just might not be in that book, right? It might not translate right to you, or you need to actually reach out to somebody, have people in your circle who will allow you to connect to the right information at the right time. Okay, going on to Wednesday, we're going to move through this one day at a time. Our midweek motivation. Wednesday focus was on maintaining momentum with midweek motivation. We encourage journaling as a tool for reflection and goal setting. Brian Tracy's quote reminds us that continuous learning is the minimum requirement for success in any field. And then reflecting helps us track progress and stay aligned with our goals. So I want you to really think about that. I always tell people, I always got a handy dandy notebook somewhere. I got a handy dandy notebook where I have spent some time daily, even if it's for 5 or 10 minutes. I spend time writing my thoughts, my ideas. I spent time reflecting on some things that might have been what I went through on the day, just to think about, hey, if there's something I can do to get better. Did somebody say something to me that made me feel offended? Why did I feel offended? Did I spend time with a customer and we had a good result from us spending time together? What's some things that I did or what's some things that went on in that conversation that I could duplicate over time, right? It's always something about understanding your words, how you use them, how you articulate. These things are very important. So you spending time writing information down, reflecting on your day, reflecting on your week, reflecting on your month, reflecting on your numbers, reflecting on how many clients are coming in to spend time with you. These things are very important in your business. Okay, going on to Thursday, self-awareness. On Thursday, we highlighted the importance of self-awareness. Understanding our strengths and areas for improvement is crucial for personal growth. Aristotle's wisdom says, Knowing yourself is the beginning of all wisdom. Encourage us to develop deeper use to develop deeper into self-awareness and use it to enhance entrepreneur's journey. So I want you to think about this, right? Self-awareness, bringing understanding of your strengths and your weaknesses. We call that the SWOT analysis. We talk about strength, weakness, opportunities, and threats, right? We say that's a SWOT analysis. But you want to do that also when it comes to your communication style. You want to do this about your time management. You want to do this on how your processes and your systems are running in your business. You want to do a self-assessment to see how things are going, right? You want to do that personally for yourself. What I realize is if I'm not focused, if I'm not focused on making sure my household is correct, it's hard for me to establish success in my business. It's hard for me to establish success in my career, my job. It's hard for me to do what I'm supposed to do if home is not taken care of. So you making sure that you're taking care of home, making sure that some people, for your house being clean, some things when it comes to your marriage, making sure you're taking care of your household, your family, right? When it comes to your relationship, your friends and different things like that, making sure that you take care of what you need to take care of. So when you're in your business, you can fully focus on your business so that you can give maximum effort at every turning point of what it's going to take for you to go to the next level in your business. Okay. So now we're going into Friday. Friday's theme was time management, a vital skill for any entrepreneur. We discussed prioritizing tasks and using tools like to-do lists and planners to stay organized. Our reflection on Robin Sharma's quote says that time management is life management. We encourage everyone to evaluate their time management practices and plan for improvement. And so that's very important, that's very important because, usually as an entrepreneur, a high percentage of individuals have a full-time job, right? And so you focus in on your full-time job. And then after you finish doing your work for your job, then you're becoming an entrepreneur after your job, right? And so in between that, you probably, if you're married, you have kids, things like that. That's important, right? You being able to manage your time is very important. And so what I think about is, some things when I first started getting into entrepreneurship, I used to sit there and watch football games, basketball games, anything you could think of. And I would sit there from the morning time to the afternoon time, late at night, and watch every game that was on TV. But what I realized is when I said, hey, I want to start becoming an entrepreneur, I had to change some things, right? I had to make some adjustments because I couldn't sit there and watch games for that many hours anymore, right? I had to make some adjustments. I decided to go back and get my MBA. So not only now, okay, so I have a career. I'm doing an MBA. I have a business. I'm married. I have a daughter. Things like that. So these things are all important, right? I can't let anything fall to right, but I have to be able to manage them correctly, right? I have to know that, hey, maybe today I can't sit down and watch TV. Maybe today I need to cut it out so I can spend that extra hour, the extra 2 hours to focus on building curriculum, building out my calendar for the week for my social media, making sure these things are posting on time like they need to. There's some sacrifice that it's going to take for you to make to take your business, to take your career, to take your life to the next level. And time management is one of those things. Okay. Going on to Saturday, self-care Saturday. Saturday was dedicated to self-care. We emphasized the importance of mental and physical health as part of self-development. Anna Lamont quote said, almost everything will work again if you unplug it for a few minutes, including you. Remind us to take time to relax and recharge, right? What I realize is that if my battery is not full, I am not going to be the best me. I'm going to be cranky. I'm going to be cranky. I'm going to lash out to people. I'm going to make mistakes. Those things happen when you don't take time to unplug. And now unplugging doesn't mean you need the whole weekend off. Unplugging doesn't mean that you need a vacation every day. Unplugging just means, what? I need some time to be able to reset. And so those things, some things that I do to unplug is I exercise. Me going to exercise and putting some inspirational music in, or some self development teaching in my ears as I'm working out. That's a way that I reset. Going swimming, sitting there by the pool sometimes. That's a way for me to reset. Going on a walk, that's a way for me to reset. Spending time in prayer with God, that's a time for me to reset. Spending time reading the Bible, writing in my journal, things like that. That takes me a time to reset. That helps me recharge. Stealing away for a little bit, going on small, short sabbaticals, that allows me to reset. And everybody has their season. And so you have to spend time resetting. Some things that I added to also, right, to that allowed me to keep my charges. I spend some time throughout the day, even if it might be slow, or I might be spending time and I seem like I'm working throughout the day. I'll take a second just to sit there and close my eyes and take a deep breath. I'll stretch. I'll stand up. I'll walk around. I'll spend some time laughing. Laughter is medicine, right? Having something that I can laugh at. Just taking that time to recharge, even though my day might be busy, it's helped me to stay, relevant and impactful in my business, in my career, all those things. So there's some things that you need to work on. There's might be some things that some people do yoga, some people do so many different things to help themselves recharge and reset. And so that's something that's very important. Okay. And going on to Sunday, which is the last day, reflection and planning. Okay. Finally, on Sunday, we wrapped up the week with reflection and planning. We encourage everyone to reflect on their self-development journey and plan for the week ahead. Robert Collier quote says, "Success is the sum of small efforts, repeated day in and day out." Remind us that consistent effort leads to significant growth. And that's so true. I always think about, I started as an entrepreneur when I was 28 years old. And I didn't know where to start. I didn't know what I was doing. But what I decided to do is I decided to take one day at a time, y'all. There's some things that I picked up over the time period, being able to speak in front of people, being able to understand that I'm a good teacher, I'm a good educator. I help people, I inspire people, I help people spark them to the destiny. All those things came from that entrepreneurial journey, but it didn't happen overnight, y'all. It took one day at a time. Right now, I'm at 41 years old, and I'm finally in the zone. I'm finally in the area of my expertise, right? It took that long for me to find what I was good at, what kind of business that I was going to run that was going to allow me to sustain and grow and expand and go from there and accelerate, right? It took that time, y'all. And so you got to give yourself grace. You got to give yourself that time. Build out your plan, work your plan and build it out and work it, y'all. I promise you, plan your work and work your plan. The one thing that I would say is I wish I would have believed much bigger, much sooner, because this part right here is a different season in my life. It's a different example of growth in my life. It's a different example of my impact in people's lives and empowering people in their lives, right? And your business can do that, y'all. Your business can be that game changer. Your business can change your family situation, your community situation. Your business can employ people and help their families get houses and send their kids to school or start their own business. Your business is important. It's valuable. It's startling to know that, in 3 years, 98% of businesses that are in business now, only 3% will last, right? That's some harsh numbers. That's some scary numbers, right? But how can you sustain? How can you be the business that is striving 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, 30 years down the road? How can you get there? It's self-development, y'all. That's the journey. It starts with self. You empowering yourself, educating yourself, exposing yourself to the right opportunities, building the right systems, teaching the right way, hiring the right way. All those things happen, right? Over time. It takes time. But I promise you, if you spend the time on yourself and develop yourself as much as you spend your time in your business, I promise you the results will equal out, y'all. I promise you it will. Because without self-development, it's going to be hard for your business to grow and expand. Or I would say this, that A lot of people spend time working in their business, but not on their business. And part of you working on your business is you being your best self, you showing up the best version of yourself for that day. And it's ever flowing, it's ever growing. Entrepreneurship is like this, but your emotions need to be like this, right? But it's tough, right? If you don't study emotional intelligence to understand how you can do that, how to interact with people appropriately, how to evolve in this development and diversity culture. How are you going to evolve? Some of your thoughts. How are you going to evolve some of your communication style? How are you going to evolve to make sure that you stay relevant in your industry? What are you learning? What are you doing? What conferences are you going to? What are you studying? What are you putting yourself in front of? Who is your mentor? Who are your coaches? Who are you surrounding yourself by? What does your family look like? Are you taking care of your household? What does it look like, y'all? Because all together, it means something. It means something. Okay, so I want to thank you for joining me on today. My name is Ricardo Cordu, and I wish above all things that you prosper and be in good health, that your days are sweet as honey, that your life bring you much joy and much laughter. Remember, life is love and love is life. We're on the winning side. I will see you next time. I think next time what I'll do, I'm going to incorporate prayer, because I know prayer for me is a big, big place for me when it comes to self-development and entrepreneurship, my career, my life. Nothing happens till somebody prays, and we're going to incorporate that, because it takes all that and more. All right. Love y'all. Please like, share. If this is something that you want to keep hearing, please let me know. Some things you want me to expand on more, please let me know. Go ahead and message me, email me, or inbox me at info@diligentforlifeglobal.com. Please like, share, connect with me, message me. I thank you for joining me on today. Love y'all. All right. Have a wonderful day.